Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Clone Wars Season 6, Episode 8. So, last time we had the plan to get the banking clan under control of Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, and I think their plans are pretty much complete now. As far as we know, Clovis is dead. I talked about how there's still obviously a chance. We didn't actually see him physically die. He fell off that building. He could have been caught by some ship or somehow lived. I don't know. Who knows? But no body, no death. Typically, in my mind. But for the sake of going forward, I'm not gonna stress about it. It'll just be like, if he shows up again, I won't be surprised. But if he doesn't, then he's probably dead. So, yeah. Anyway, very interesting little arc. I don't know if there's any more to it or if we're moving on to something different here. It seems like we kind of wrapped it up. Like, Palpatine has control. I don't know if there's much more to show, but I'm excited to see whatever's next. So, yeah, we're going to start here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. What do we got? Without darkness, there cannot be light. Ah, very standard line. Ooh, mystery. Barn Dada. Uh-oh. Ooh. Who? What? uh... Dagoyan Masters. Interesting. I mean... I don't want to say too much, but they do kind of go and, yoink kids. I don't know if they are old enough to be able to make the decision. It's age of consent stuff, you know? It's been a while since we've seen Jar Jar in here. Interesting to have Mace Windu being the one to come as well. Hisa with Misa. I like the sort of like Aztec-y sort of vibe. Hmm. His face. I feel like I've heard the voice before. I wonder if it's another character in Clone Wars, like a reused voice actor. They do that a lot. Uh oh. Interesting. Whoa, my love. Oh shit. Be some Avatar shit. Oh shit. Jar Jar's got a side piece. I like how Jar Jar did the leg lift. Hmm. Hmm. They boinkin'. Boinkin' Binks. All the innuendos. Uh-oh. Damn. That's awkward. He's like, alright, bye. Hmm. Well, they shouldn't have left their door. Uh. What are you doing, Mace? Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that he's trying to go back. He does not like. He really. Uh oh. What? Well, that's not good. Hmm. We got ourselves a mystery. Well, damn. Jeez. How long is a rotation in this planet? You were having this issue before the Jedi came, okay? Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Alright. Oh boy. Alright. Is he gonna get his lightsaber back? I feel like he should have a lightsaber for this. Okay. Thank you. I like how they're like still kind of respectful enough to call him like Master Jedi and not just like Jedi, you know? Hmm. He's gonna accidentally find shit, isn't he? Oh! Oh, pocket sand! Oh my god! Oh, that was cool. Oh, shit. Well. Ooh. Nice. Man, some kind of powder that made him poof. I mean, that's probably how they got the queen, obviously. Out of a locked room. Oh shit, this is a crazy spot. So, it didn't teleport him, it just made him invisible? Yeah, he's carrying something that isn't actually there. Yeah, so they must have made the queen and themselves invisible to get her out of there. Hmm. Goddamn. You know, I got really worried this was gonna be like a, well, he can't, so that's... yeah. Oh, they're gonna move him, aren't they? Oh, no. I'm locked in a cage! Uh-oh. Um... Aww. Oh, no. Well... Now he's not sure which way to go. I was thinking it was gonna have to do with, like, those force wielders we had in, like, that weird alternate dimension thing, voiced by, Sam Witwer. There was, like, the evil one and the good one, like, trying to maintain a balance, and the evil one ran away. I was worried it was gonna have something, like, the great evil and putting things out of balance was gonna have to do with that, or something, but... There was, like, only a small part of me that thought that, but... I think it's a more isolated thing to, like, their beliefs and stuff here. Did we get a name for him, or was it just Sun? I don't know. Damn. Damn. It, like, sucked out his essence. Damn! Just bitch slapped him. Damn, they're just gonna suck out what little he has. Okay. Be some shit if they, like, sucked it out and it was, like, massive with all those theories of, like, Jar Jar being, like, a Jedi or Sith or whatever people's theories are. Like, oh, what little you may have, they suck it out and like, holy shit, it's a lot! Like, breaks their whole system. You guys are not ready for Jar Jar's chaos. Oh. Not over the lava, though. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! I hope he grabbed on. Yeah, he did. Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. That was a hell of a throw. Oh, shit. I'm back. Ooh, that was cool. Oh, that was cool. Whoa. Let's go. Oh, that was awesome. You just messed your own guy up. And then he ran away. He killed his own teammate and then ran. That's fucked up. Yeah, they just got a spaceship in here. Okay, well. See you. Well, damn. Alright, maybe we can flip the script on the Jedis a little bit. Oh no. Alright, that was a fun one. And interesting. Let's get to the voice actors and then pause here. Alright, that is it, guys, for episode 8. Ami Shukla is the voice for Queen Julia, so I don't recognize the name. Hello, internet? Oh, she's very pretty. Oh, she's one of the characters in Invincible. I haven't watched that yet, but I've wanted to. She's not in any other Clone Wars episodes other than 2, which I imagine is this one and the next one. Yeah, I don't think I probably have not heard her voice at all. I don't think. It's just, yeah. I don't really recognize any of the other stuff that she's really been in. But, I mean, I recognize some of the stuff, but it's not stuff I've seen. So, sometimes I do that. I'm bad with voice actors sometimes, where I'm like, I feel like I've heard that voice somewhere, but maybe it was just like the accent made it feel like I've heard the voice before. Maybe I've just heard like a similar kind of accent and just attributed it to being the same person, you know? Sometimes I make that mistake too. But anyway, yeah, so we have this interesting storyline on this Barndota planet with these Dagoyan masters who seem to be like Force users, but in like a different way. You know, they're not like Jedi. They don't use it to fight. They're not Jedi or a Sith. They seem like they are just kind of like Force hippies, kind of, where they're just like, it's all about life, man. You know, but they do connect with the Force in a more like natural passive way, it sounds like. So, but it also, the way they spoke about it, it seems like them existing is keeping some kind of balance in the Force, which is really interesting. Even the Jedi seem to like, I think Yoda was saying that it's important that they are around. So it's not just their own culture. Like, it seems like they believe that as they're disappearing, it means that they're like, uh, they need to like some kind of evil is gonna arise. Like it seems like that's like a part of their like kind of religion, culture, or whatever you want to call it. Which, you know, you could take that as like, oh, maybe there really is, maybe there isn't. But it's really interesting that even Yoda is saying it's like important that they exist. Like they bring some kind of like balance to the Force by existing, but also it seems like they are keeping something in check, or I don't know, because it's really interesting. Like they're if they were just dying normal deaths, I wonder if it would cause any problem. But we have this like these worshippers of Malmoral who seem to be taking out their like essence and using it in some way. And so if that ritual never happened, if the Dagoan Masters just didn't exist but no one was doing this ritual, maybe the evil would never arise, kind of thing. But yeah, I really wonder what this evil is. At first I wondered if it was going to be like a bigger story, like if we're going to bring back the son character that I talked about before, from that separate storyline that we had with like those Force users in that other dimension with the son escaping and everything. Because I'm pretty sure he got away, right? And he just kind of took off, and I was like, oh, well, I'll see him again at some point. I was just wondering if, like, maybe somehow these Dagoan Masters were keeping him in check, but it seems like it's this whole separate thing. I mean, unless, who knows, maybe Malmoral is just the name of what they're... But I feel like this sounds like it's something that's been going on for a long time, right? Like... It doesn't sound like this is something within, you know, the last year or two, or however long it's been since the son left that other dimension. It seems like this is something they believed for a while, that these Dagoan Masters keep this Malmoral in check, and now these believers in Malmoral are trying to, like, bring him back, kind of deal. So, it's, yeah, it's pretty interesting. And, I'm a little disappointed in Mace earlier on in the episode. I always feel like Mace is the more, like, follow the rules, stick to like, the plan kind of thing. Yet, he was the first one to kind of, like, I think the problem is, like, I get it, right? So, sorry, I know I'm all over the place here. The thing is he just didn't trust Jar Jar, right? Like, he has this instant opinion of Jar Jar of, you know, like, oh, this guy isn't competent, so I have to try to make a move because he's not going to get anything done, you know? He's just gone and disappeared for the night and everything and hasn't made contact with me, so... He's getting nothing done, so I have to make some kind of move. He just didn't have faith in his teammate, right? And I get it. I can understand of, like, when you look at Jar Jar and stuff like that, you're just like, oh, they even said, like, I think Yoda even said, like, he has, like, the mind of a child or whatever, which is also really creepy in a way if you think about it. If they're saying Jar Jar has the mind of a child, and then we have this, like, queen that seems to be in love with him, you know, like, kind of in love with a child? No, just kidding. I don't know. But yeah, no, like I said, I'm a little disappointed in Mace. Like, that was such a Anakin move, I feel like, of trying to, like, spy or do things on his own kind of deal. And I feel like Mace is always the one to be like, you must not do that. You must follow the rules. You must follow these people's culture. Like, it feels like Mace is the kind of person who should be following all of what, like, the beliefs and stuff of what these people believe in, and not going against it, and should understand that they don't like Jedi, and you're kind of making the opinion even worse. But also, you know, I understand that he just didn't trust Jar Jar to get the job done, so he thought he had to make his own move. So, anyway, but really interesting about them not liking Jedis because they're labeled as kidnappers, and it has always bugged me a little bit that the Jedi just kind of like taking these force sensitive kids, and even if they are giving the kids the choice, it's still children, you know? Like, a lot of the times, if you, I mean, I don't know what it's like in this universe, but in our universe, if you went to a kid and be like, "Hey, do you want to be a Jedi when you're older?" and the kid's like, "Yeah, I want to swing a cool light stick around," you know, like they're too young to understand what that's gonna mean for their future, and yet you're taking it off their opinion, or also the parents, you know, it's like, once again, that's still like, I don't know. It's a tough situation because if you're getting like the parents' consent too, it's like not all parents are great. Some parents are just gonna be like, yeah, sure, turn my, you know, I know being a Jedi is more than just killing people, but like, yes, turn my kid into a murder machine so that way I can, you know, you probably make good money being a Jedi or something, and I want that money. Like, it could be like the greed of the parent not thinking what's best for their kid, you know, like I feel like there should be some kind of like age of consent when you're taken, but I also understand, like, I'm sure there's, like, if you were to like dig deeper into the lore, there's probably something where like you need to start your training young or else you're not going to be able to like control it as well, or it's not as good to start when they're older or something like that. But I do see some merit in their idea that the Jedi are just kidnappers, because they just take these young kids uh and turn them into warrior, like basically child soldiers essentially, and even if they don't really send them into battle until they're of age, they're still like training them from a young age to be a warrior type situation. So yeah, I I completely see it. So definitely a interesting like we've seen other planets like not like Jedi and stuff like that, and I don't always agree with them, but I think this is the most agreeable thing. Is just they came here and took our kids one time, so you know, they're just kidnappers. You know, like, I get it. So, and feel free to yell at me if some of the things I've said, like, some of the things I've said are just like me kind of rambling of how like some of the systems have felt with it, you know. I'm not saying that they're 100% like Jedi are kidnappers. That's not what I'm saying. But feel free to like correct me if I'm wrong about, like, you know, I don't know what kind of consent they need to take these kids. I imagine there's some kind of consent. I imagine the Jedi aren't literally just being like, "Oh, this kid has like force shit. Yeah, we're taking him." I mean, hell, we did see, at least in the movies, when Anakin was getting recruited by Obi-Wan, like they had to like convince him, right? But they were still convincing a child as well. Did we see them like convince the parents too in the movies? I can't remember, but I think they did have to like convince Anakin himself at the very least. But still, once again, at least in that case, you're still just negotiating with a child, right? So, but yeah, very cool stuff. I'm really curious to see more, and I wonder if this like will they succeed in bringing this darkness about, even because I don't want to see Queen Julia like die. I hope Queen Julia lives, but I also kind of want to see what the evil is. So I wonder if they'll somehow get enough essence to bring back this evil, and we get to like see it and fight it and like hopefully defeat it and stuff like that. Or are we just gonna be kind of, you know, stopping it before it happens? I don't know. But I hope Queen Julia lives, because I don't want Jar Jar's girl to go down. I do wonder like they seem really close. Are they just like, I just wonder, are they actually, because like Queen Julia made it feel like they're lovers, but Jar Jar made it feel like it's like someone he like comes to hang out with every now and then, you know? Like we know that Jar Jar has a more innocent take on something, so I just wonder if like, are they actually in like a form of a relationship? Like how often does he come visit and stuff like that? Or is it just like, oh, like I just come here for a one night stand every now and then, you know? Like Jar Jar's got himself a side piece over here. But yeah, interesting stuff. I think that'll be it for me though, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. 2 episodes ahead of time on there through the early access tier. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye bye.